What's up, Pokemoshpitbeta? This is Battlepower777 here, and I'm bringing you my second upload to this channel. Now, this is an OU battle I had against Spike102. I found out on the Smoke on Wi-Fi Battle Finder, and this is a black and white match. Like, this match is like maybe like 3 weeks old or something, so it's not that recent. But you know, well, the time I took this match is like 3 weeks old. I don't know when it's gonna get uploaded. But, you know, it's still black and white, so I hope it's not really much of a problem. But let's start off with the battle. So, I lead off with Hippowdon, he leads off with Flygon. Now, I know he was going to U-turn, that's what every single Flygon does. And since I have a Hippowdon now, he can't do much to me. So, I know it's a perfect time to set up my Stealth Rocks and have my entry hazards up on the first turn. Now, he goes into Ferrothorn, and honestly, Hippowdon really can't do anything to Ferrothorn. So I have to switch out into my Heatran, which, you know, is like a perfect counter against Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn really can't do anything to it. You can take Gyro Ball, take Power Risk, but, you know, if only you could take Leech Seed, because Leech Seed blows. Because now he's going to suck my HP every single turn. Now he goes into Suicune. And here I go for Lava Plume, you know, trying to kill the Ferrothorn, and also maybe if he switches out, get the burn on something. But I'm happy I didn't get the burn on Suicune, because now I could have a chance of Toxicking it. Now, my team does not have a Grass move, and only has like one Electric move. So pure water types are really big trouble against my team. So the only way to beat them really is Toxic, and only my Heatran is Toxic. So here I make a risky play. He goes for I knew he would go for the Calm Mind, I just had like a big feeling. So I go for Toxic. Now, I knew I could live Scald because it's a specially bulky Heatran. So I really had didn't have much to lose against the Suicune. So I just go for the Toxic because I could still take a Scald. Now that he's at +1, I really don't want to take a Scald or whatever. So I'm gonna go into my Rotom. And, you know, take it, you know, I thought I was going to take it really well. But he has Hydro Pump, and he does a ridiculous amount of damage. So staying in with Heatran was really risky, because this is probably the offensive Calm Mind Suicune set. And I think Hydro Pump would have one-hit KO my Heatran, because that's ridiculously powerful. But here, I was thinking that he would switch out, not wanting to take a Volt Switch, but I wasn't sure, so I still went for a Volt Switch. But I really should have predicted that and went for the Hydro Pump. I was contemplating that for like 5 minutes. I don't know if it was 5 minutes, but it was a long time. But I want to keep my Scarfer alive, so I'm going to have to switch out. I have to go into my Hippowdon, take the U-turn, no problem, as he sends out Ferrothorn again. And again, my Hippowdon really cannot do anything to this Ferrothorn, so I really have to switch out back into my Heatran, or I have a Scizor, which I actually think I do on this turn, because Scizor can take, you know, can superpower, can do a lot of things to Ferrothorn. But I was predicting him to switch, so I just went for the Swords Dance right away. But he actually stays in, making a nice play, thinking that maybe I was Swords Dance, because I don't know, maybe he just thought he could take superpower, ban his superpower or something. But he goes for Leech Seed. You know, it takes my HP away, which really sucks. But now he goes into Gliscor, and I'm predicting to switch into that Gliscor because he does not want to take a superpower. So I go for Bullet Punch, and it does a lot of damage. Just +2. Like, I don't even have max attack on the Scizor, and I still do a lot. But he gets Leech Seed recovery, then he gets Toxic, you know, Poison Heal. So I really cannot stay in because he's just gonna keep he's just gonna keep getting HP back, and I really can't do anything about that. So I really have to go into my Rotom, try to Hydro Pump, and kill this Gliscor. Now he goes to Protect, obviously trying to get HP back, as I go for the Trick, because if I can trick Gliscor, that it would be useless. It wouldn't be able to stall me, it wouldn't be able to wall me or anything, because he'd only be locked into one move, which would be great. But he protects. I think he gets the double protect there. I don't remember. And I just go for, oh no, Protect failed, so he actually made a really smart play. I made a stupid play of going for the Trick right there. But he goes into Flygon. I really couldn't switch because I was going to die to Stealth Rock, so I just had to stay in. And, you know, I basically wasted my Scarfer, which really sucks because now I lose my switch momentum with Volt Switch 2. So he goes into Salamence, and I know my Hippowdon could take on Salamence no problem because I have Ice Fang on this thing. And, you know, Salamence isn't going to do much to Hippowdon because I'm really bulky. And he knows this. So he's going to go into Scizor to take the Ice Fang. And, you know, obviously Ice Fang's not going to do much. I mean, I get a crit here, and that totally mattered. Except really it didn't because, you know, it just did nothing. But I really, I really can't do much to Scizor, but I still believe I go for the Earthquake. as he goes into Suicune. I don't know if he was predicting me to switch or what, but I just go for Earthquake, and I guess he pretty much wastes the Suicune there, because Earthquake did a decent chunk, and coupled with Sandstorm and Toxic damage, he's actually gonna be down pretty low. Like, I mean, I know he recovered that Sandstorm damage with leftovers, but still Toxic is gonna keep racking up on him. So I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go into my Latias to take a Hydro Pump, because he really has no choice but to go for that move, or he will be in really big trouble. So he goes for Hydro Pump. It doesn't do much on my Latias. This is Specs Latias, by the way, because Specs Latias is actually really good. I needed a bulkier Pokemon on my Sand team, so I really did not want Latios. So I'm just like, Specs Latias is still good. She has power, and it's more of a surprising moveset for her, because it's just always Calm Mind, and she's really good. So I go for Draco, think I have nothing to lose, you know, it'll hit anything hard that comes in, so, yeah. Now he goes into Flygon. I don't want to take a U-turn or an Outrage, so I really have to switch into my Metagross to take a hit. And he goes for a U-turn, you know, it's a really smart play on his part, and yeah, so he gets Switch Initiative. I believe he's gonna switch into his Ferrothorn, and I really can't do much against this thing with Metagross, but in a match I had a previous match I had before this, I went for Earthquake and Ferrothorn with this same Metagross, and it did more damage than that, so I was thinking that maybe I could actually like 3-hit KO it, but not here, so I went for Earthquake. It did like 1/4, maybe a little more, but I have to switch out. I go into Heatran again because it counters Ferrothorn. You know, Ferrothorn can't do anything to Heatran, and he predicts my Heatran switch, I believe, and goes into Salamence, so that was a really good play on his part. Now, I know I cannot take an Earthquake. Heatran gets the Earthquake, it dies, so I have to switch out. So I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go into my Hippowdon because it could take hits from Salamence all day. I'm thinking it's a Dragon Dance set or something. So I go into my Hippowdon. He goes for Earthquake. I know I won't take a lot of damage from that, and I'll be able to just damage back out with Ice Fang. But he gets a freaking crit, and I was like, shit, I can't do much to this has Salamence. It can easily like destroy me with like a Dragon move. But he goes for Earthquake again. Like, I don't know if he realized that that was a crit or not. But he really should have went for like Dragon Claw or Outrage, because he probably would have been able to kill. Like, maybe Dragon Claw wouldn't, but Outrage would. So I mean, I don't know his set. I was thinking it was a Dragon Dance set, but I have no idea. So I go for Slack Off. I get HP back. I was like, phew, because Hippowdon covers his team a lot. Like, it can take Gliscor, and it can take his Salamence and Flygon on as well, so I really need to keep this thing alive. So I go for Slack Off, then I go for Slack Off again, but he has Roost, and I did not see that coming. I'm guessing this is a Mixments, and so I don't know why he didn't go for Draco, but, you know, whatever. He goes for Roost again, gets back up to full, and so do I. And this really sucks, because now I really can't do much to Ments. And as he goes for Roost, I go for Ice Fang, and, you know, he's only Flying type, he's only Dragon type at that point. So he's not going to take as much damage as he's a Dragon Flying type, so he can just keep Roost stalling, and I'm like, fuck. Well, he goes for Roost again. I go for the Earthquake, predicting the Roost, obviously, and it does more, because Stab Earthquake does do more than Ice Fang by, like, 20 base power, I believe. So he goes for Roost again. I go for Ice Fang, and I believe this is the turn that I get a Freeze. Now, with him stalling with Roost like that, that freeze is going to come eventually. So he really had no right to complain, because like with stall, you're always going to get hacks, and that's what happened. He gets frozen, that freeze is going to come eventually no matter what. So I go for Ice Fang. Obviously, since this is frozen, he can't Roost, and I could easily kill it off. But he goes into Scizor, making a good play, trying to keep his Salamence alive for death fodder, or maybe he can thaw out and you know, do some damage to my team. But he goes into Scizor, and then I see Roost. I got scared as hell, because I have a Roost, bulky Swords Dance Scizor, and I don't want to see one of those on his team, and I got scared. I was like, fuck, this thing can literally destroy me. I go into Heatran, predicting a Bullet Punch or something. I don't even know why I went to Heatran, but he goes for Bug Bite, and I was like, yes, oh my god, because my Scizor is super powerful, while his is Bug Bite. Now, this means that my Heatran was his Scizor, and that my own Scizor was his Scizor, so I kind of have that thing in check. So he goes into Salamence. He's going to fodder this thing out so he can get a safe switch into something else. I mean, I go for Lava Plume, and I thaw it out, but Sandstorm is going to kill the Salamence. So, now I believe he's going to go into his, I don't even remember. Oh yeah, he goes into his Flygon, right. And I knew he's going to go for Earthquake, because making a U-turn would be kind of really risky. So he is going to go for the Earthquake. I know Hippowdon can take the hit. Hippowdon really checks his team, so I really need to keep this thing alive, as I said before. So he goes for Earthquake, does a considerable chunk of damage, but it's not much. And I know he's gonna switch out, so I believe I go into I go for the Earthquake. I don't even know. Oh no, I actually switch out. Sorry guys, I switch out. I go into my Latias, and I go into my Latias because I was predicting the Ferrothorn to switch in, because Ferrothorn could take Hippowdon all day long. But now that he has Scizor out and that I don't want to take a Bullet Punch, I have to switch back out. I have to go into my Scizor, take his Bullet Punch, and it's all fine and dandy. Now I know he has Bug Bite and Roost, so I can easily just Roost up and not take a lot of damage. So it's great for me. So I go into I go for the Roost. I take I get a good amount of HP back. Wow, it was really bad. And now that he has his Gliscor out, I'm gonna scout how much his Earthquake is gonna do. I'm gonna go for the Surge Dance to at least get up to +2, so I can get some HP back. No, not HP back, so I can get to +2 and start dishing out a lot of damage. So I go for Sword Dance, and then I realize I can keep Sword Dancing and roosting Sword Dance Roost, because Gliscor doesn't do much with Earthquake. But on that turn, he gets the fucking crit. Now that mattered so much, because I could have just swept him, and that's it. And his team had a check for everything else that I had. So that Scizor being dead kind of turned the tide of this battle, since I really can't do anything to his team. Like, I lost all hope right there. I go into Hippowdon, trying to Ice Fang, whatever, he protects. Then he poisons my Hippowdon as I go for Ice Fang again. And it does a considerable chunk, but it's not going to do much. So really, I have like nothing against this Gliscor. It's really bad, and it's really looking bad for me. I really cannot do much with that Scizor being critted. That mattered so much. But here I go into Latias, and I'm like, I have to trick this Gliscor. I have to trick this thing. Because if I trick it, then maybe he could, then he can't stall me. Maybe I can actually do something. But he switches into Ferrothorn on the trick. Now I didn't want Ferrothorn. I mean, I would like Ferrothorn to come in. I just didn't think it would. But it's great that it did, because I actually got a Choice Specs, and my Latias gets leftovers. So now we can actually, just dish out a lot of damage. So I go for Hidden Power and and switch up moves. But I go for Hidden Power, and it doesn't kill. Now I'm pretty sure that was min damage. I could be wrong if that was like max special defense or something, but I think that was min damage. So I was raging at this point. So right here I was like, I really have nothing to do. I like probably lost the match already. I'm just gonna go for agility and try to hurt as many things as I can. So I go for agility, and he said on his Gliscor, I wasn't sure if Ice Punch would kill the Gliscor, but I guess I underestimate Metagross's power, because it has 405 attack as an adamant nature. Ice Punch 1-hit KOs Gliscor, and I capped this. And max special defense, max defense Gliscor, if I get close to max damage, I think it 1-hit KOs it, which is awesome. So now he goes into his slot again, and I'm like, he's gonna outspeed me and kill me with Earthquake. But he's adamant scarfed, so I actually outspeed with agility and kill it, which is great. And I don't blame him for running adamant, because Flygon is so disappointing with the Jolly nature. It's ridiculous. Even banded Jolly Flygon doesn't do any damage. But now he goes into Scizor. I go for Earthquake, trying to do as much damage as I can. His Bullet Punches are not doing squat to me, since Metagross is really bulky. Now I think I misclick here and go for Ice Punch, but it doesn't really matter, because I still killed the Metagross, not the Metagross, the Scizor. So all he has left is his Ferrothorn. So I'm just gonna switch into Hippowdon, and he's gonna die to Rock's damage, because I still have Stealth Rock. So that was a great game, Spike102. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle, because I really enjoyed this battle a lot. That Metagross really saved me at the end of the battle. I love that thing. It really turned this whole battle around for me. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked my video. Check out my channel if you did. And also, thank you Pokemoshpitbeta for letting me upload here. You guys are great, helping us lesser known YouTubers. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed my video, come check me out. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all later.